Welcome to today's episode of the Joshua Lee Bryant podcast. I'm your host, Joshua Lee Bryant. If you've not yet done so, hit that subscribe button so you never ever miss another podcast episode. Today's episode's more like a question. Are you an entrepreneur or a small business owner and you're struggling to obtain new leads and struggling to obtain new clients, new customers, or maybe you're not a service-based business and you're struggling to sell your products, whether in retail or on e-commerce? Well, this episode is going to cover the top 5 ways that you can change that. Now, my guess is if you implement these 5 ways that I'm going to suggest in this podcast episode, you will increase your monthly revenue regardless of the industry you're in and regardless if you sell retail products or you're a service-based business. So number 1, targeted marketing campaigns. More specifically, in the realm of digital marketing, we have control of who sees ads. Now, in comparison to like physical ad campaigns or TV and radio, it just blasts an ad out to whoever's watching or whoever's listening to the station. For print, billboard, anyone driving by that billboard is going to see that advertisement. And it's pretty pricey to get into those types of advertisement campaigns. But with social media, Google search, you're able to highly target who you want to see your advertisements. Meta specifically, that owns Facebook and Instagram, you are able to select a target demographic not only based on age, but interests. But you're able to further refine those target demographics to match more than one of your criteria. As an example of how I use a targeted marketing campaign for myself, for my business, The Marketing Mastermind, I'm running a social media ad on Facebook and Instagram through Meta. Now, my targeting is targeting anyone 18 to 65. And for interests or demographics, I'm targeting people that have the role as a Facebook page admin, small business owner. The reason why is if someone's a Facebook page admin, chances are they own some kind of a business, right? But I also say my targeting needs to match this demographic and another demographic before you can serve ads to them. And the second requirement that needs to be filled for targeting needs to be if people buy books on Amazon or if they own an Amazon Kindle. I hope I said that right, an Amazon Kindle. Now, the reason why is if people buy books on Amazon or if they own an Amazon Kindle, they read the books. They read books, they buy books. But where my ideal target demographic really needs to be people that enjoy books but also own businesses, I told Meta that I only want people to see my ads basically if they own a business and if they buy books through Amazon, because that gets me right in there. So after me explaining how I'm running an ad that way, you already understand how vital it is that you need to use targeted marketing campaigns for your business. You don't have to start with a large budget on Meta. You can simply budget $2 a day, $5 a day, $20 a day. Some companies like Nike, they spend over $1 million a day on Meta platforms. But it's because they've understood through their campaigns, for every dollar they spend, they're getting 2 back or something like that. So they're not afraid to spend a large amount of money on marketing because they know they're going to get more back than what they've put in. A good ROI is what I would say. Number 2. The cool thing that's happened is my book, The Marketing Mastermind's released now. It's available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Google Play, Apple Books, everything. I'll drop a cool link in the description because I'm giving away free access to the first full chapter for free. Just click that link, scroll to the bottom of the page, and you'll see access the first chapter here. It's really cool. And this book will get anyone that's either an entrepreneur or small business owner in the right direction, because marketing's key. A lot of business owners think if I simply open a brick and mortar location, if I pay all this money for a big sign, then people are just going to come in. And oftentimes, based on your location, you will get clients, you will get customers. If you're in a service-based business, it's a little harder, but you still will get those clients, those leads, and those customers. But if you have a dialed in, concise marketing plan, you can predict your income based on what you are spending as long as you know what you're doing. And that's why I made this book, is to try to teach, the general person that doesn't have any special knowledge in marketing how to start a good marketing campaign. And there's solid information, and there's no knowledge like free knowledge, and the first full chapter is for free. So make sure you check that out. Number 2, networking and partnerships. Now, this is pretty powerful because it might not necessarily involve you spending money in order to get something back. Simply by networking either locally or online to people, Facebook groups, local business meetings, your local chamber of commerce, well, that would cost some money, but you are able to share your mission, your business beliefs, and what you do with people that care about that kind of stuff. And by doing that, you can meet people that were interested in your products or your services that never knew about you. And that can lead to a favorable outcome. So for partnerships, let's use the example of maybe you own a bakery or something. And while you sell traditional drinks like Cokes and water, you buy in bulk from suppliers different types of teas and coffee beans, you might be able to navigate a partnership with a local roaster that roasts their own coffee beans. And it might benefit their business for you to offer their coffee products in your store. In exchange, you could charge them a small commission for every product of theirs you sell, but also it gives them the ability to offer some of your baked goods in their store for sale in exchange for a small commission. Both companies win, which is why a partnership would work in that situation. Now, there's some local coffee shops and local bakeries in my area, and they kind of form this kind of partnership because it benefits both types of businesses. They don't have to worry about each other stealing each other's business because they're in a completely different industry, but it's still goods and services that could be consumed. Number 3, enhancing your customer's experience. And I know this is already kind of sounding silly because it's like, duh, I already know to do that. Treat my customers good. But we can actually go a little deeper than just being really courteous to our customers. Now, I already know if you care enough to watch or listen to this podcast episode, you care about your customers. And you care so much that you're on YouTube or you're on Spotify or wherever listening to this because you want to do more. You want to be a better business. Little things mean a lot to customers sometimes. Now, when I used to order a lot of music gear, one of my favorite distributors that I would order from is a company called Sweetwater. Sweetwater, if you're seeing this, sponsor me. Just joking. I really appreciate you guys, though. Sweetwater does this crazy thing. Whenever you order something from them, I wish I was getting paid for this spot because I'm really hooking y'all up on this. Whenever you order something from Sweetwater, they will send you a little goodie bag in your package of candy. And it's so cool because of the fact their company name is Sweetwater. And even though that little bag of candy probably cost them less than 25 cents to ship out with whatever you're ordering from them, for me as a musician, or just me as a person, or maybe it's the kid in me, it went so far with me. I think I got a Tootsie Roll and a lollipop and a piece of chewing gum one time. And I was like, oh, this is so amazing. And I was a completely satisfied customer. I know that I could get some stuff cheaper somewhere else, but just because I know they cared enough to give me a sugar fix, I always ordered from Sweetwater. And that can just simply go far enough to explain to you that little things can really enhance the customer experience in its ways that you would, to us business owners, we don't think about. But to the customer, it goes a very long way, and it can up their LTV or their lifetime value as your customer because that's going to entice them to shop with you again. 4, this is a huge one. Leverage customer referrals. Now, I don't know if you know this, but word of mouth marketing is huge in my industry. If I do good work for Bob, Bob's going to tell his friend Susie. Well, I do good work for Susie, she's going to tell her friends Pam and Jan, right? Word of mouth is huge. But imagine if not only you could count on word of mouth advertisement by doing good work and providing good service for customers, what if you can incentivize customers referring other customers to your stuff or to your service or to your products? I guess stuff wasn't a good descriptor. Yes, it would cost you a little bit of money, but if we're spending a lot of money in ads anyway, and if we're spending money on having a physical location, or if we're spending money on having a website in the first place, why not knock off a few dollars of what we could make on a product if it was sold as a referral? Hello? Hello?
Hi, my name is Carl, and I'm on a recorded line calling about Medicare Advantage plans. Do you have Medicare or Medicaid?
No, I do not, Paul, or Saul, or Doll. Thanks, though. Jesus. I thought it might have been somebody I was going to have to do a quick consultation with because my number is everywhere anyway. I don't know. Trying to get back where we were going. Let's break it down. So say I sell a certain product for $100, right? And say my profit margin on that product is $50. Every time I sell it, I make $50 profit. Well, say if I have a referral program that exists that anytime a customer refers another customer that successfully buys a product from me, that product in particular, I will give that customer $20. You're like, whoa, that's 20 hard-earned dollars. Why would you do that? Well, in the first place, if that entices a customer to go and get me other customers, I'm still making $30 every time that product sells. And I didn't have to spend any advertisement dollars to make that $30 profit every time that product sells, regardless of me giving whoever the $20 referral fee. So it's favorable for me as a business owner because I didn't do any work to get that other customer. And then they're going to refer other customers. They're going to refer other customers, kind of like a pyramid, not pyramid scheme, but kind of as a pyramid. And you benefit greatly as long as you have a good product or good service that you're offering. Why wouldn't you do that? You know, being closed-minded in business doesn't get your business that far, or being too greedy in business will not get your business too far either. So I feel the power of referral marketing is huge. It's huge. So do not discount it. Find a way to implement it. And you know, for you e-commerce people, you might be like, well, I don't have a system in play where I can implement a play like that. Well, there's a lot of add-ons and tools that, you know, run on JavaScript or even integrate through Zapier or integrate directly with whatever e-commerce platform you're using. Probably 99% of you are on Shopify anyway right now. So if you're using Shopify, I already know Shopify has a play like that. I know Squarespace has a play like that. I'm sure almost every other e-commerce platform known to existence right now has a way for you to implement referral marketing to incentivize it, and it'll automatically pay it out for you. And for you, if you're in a brick and mortar store, just make sure your buddy system's on point to where they know that they can trust you to pay them their referrals, and just make sure you do it. And the fifth tip, the fifth top idea, the fifth big thing. So are you an entrepreneur or a small business owner and you're struggling to get customers in the door, or are you struggling to get clients or leads? You know, regardless if you're in a service-based business or the retail e-commerce space, having a solid marketing plan along with advertisement campaigns that solidify what you're trying to achieve as a business owner is optimal in order for you to succeed in business. A lot of bad business models with horrible products are making millions of dollars every single month because they have a solid marketing campaign and a solid advertisement campaign behind them. What I do as a marketing consultant is I get to know the business owner and the business so I can put together a detailed plan of action that will ensure that we can gain quality leads through paid traffic, through digital and physical means. Now, by doing this, we're able to increase the amount of customers that the businesses get. Most importantly, we increase the monthly revenue. And my main objective for any of my clients is to quantify the results that I'm able to get them. I'm not happy if they're not happy. And I have retained to this day every single client that I've ever had. I still work for them. So that should say a lot about my character and what I try to do for the business owners that I help. And for a limited time, I'm offering a free consultation for anyone that needs it. If you're a business owner or entrepreneur, anything, and you think that you need to talk to a marketing consultant, you can feel free to reach out and request a free consultation. The link's in the description. It says request your free one-on-one marketing consultation. Click that link, fill in your information, and I'll personally reach out to you and give you a free one-on-one consultation. I'll even take it as far as putting together a detailed plan of action that, of course, you can enact yourself that will help guide you in the right direction for the steps you need to take to obtain more customers, obtain more clients, sell more retail products, and overall, regardless of the industry you're in, service-based or retail, increase your monthly revenue. Now, all the methods that I utilize are based upon our conversation. And my suggestions are also based on that conversation. You know, what your monthly marketing budget is, if you have one. And my suggestions are going to fit in that marketing budget that you have available. It doesn't take $1 million a month in order to have a great marketing campaign. And the beauty with working with a professional marketing consultant is we quantify our results. We run data-driven businesses to where we know for every dollar that we're putting in ads, this is what we're getting back for it. I'm very proud to be in the position to be able to offer free consultations to anybody that needs them for a limited time. So make sure you take advantage of that because it could help your business for free. The fifth top idea, the fifth big thing is to diversify your product or service offerings. And you may also meet me with some resistance here on this one. And I could understand that because developing other products costs money, things like that. But it doesn't necessarily have to be a whole product, whole process. It just can be maybe a modification of what you already offer. I do this all the time, and every other big company kind of does this all the time, but I'm here to help you. The reason why this is important is because you're going to make certain groups of people feel special that you're making specific products or offering specific services directly for their demographic or what they care about, or you're supporting a mission that means a lot to them. And by doing so, it not only leaves a good taste in their mouth from your business, but it can increase your profits. And just real quick, I'll go over a couple of great examples of this tip in play. You know, one of them being, say you have a product and you have a great profit margin on, and it's fantastic. So you're like, I have a little wiggle room. You could make the statement and run a promotion saying 10% of all of our profits will be donated to this cause, or this thing right here, or this nonprofit. And you might be like, I want my profits to myself, but we all have to pay taxes, right? Well, any charitable contributions we donate to as business owners are a tax write-off. So you would be getting a tax break by making some kind of charitable contribution anyway. So if you incentivize it to the community, utilize it for publicity, utilize it for a marketing campaign, not only does it boost your business, but it gives you a tax write-off and a tax break. And that's positive. Another example of this tip in action is, say you own a restaurant and you primarily sell meat entrees, meat products. Man, that sounds bad. Meat products. Everything's kind of made of meat. Say you sell primarily meat stuff. I don't know, man. But say you're a steakhouse. There we go. Say you are a steakhouse. Well, why don't you consider offering a meatless steak, a plant-based steak or something to cater to the vegetarian side of things? Because that's a big thing in culture right now is, people diversifying the way that they eat. Not everyone's trying to do the carnivore thing anymore. And that's fine. That's their decision. But by having a steakhouse at the face, you may just be missing out on a big portion of the available market in your area. If you added some vegetarian items on your menu, you might gain traction and foothold in a whole nother corner of the market you didn't even know was there for your steakhouse. So there's another idea of this in play. So I hope you found value out of today's podcast episode. I know it's so easy as business owners. We're so busy and we're so strapped for time. I was talking to one of my clients earlier and I was trying to help him navigate a problem he was having on Facebook. Facebook's crazy to create problems sometimes. And he said something like, man, I really don't mind when things like this happen with Facebook or things like this happen with other companies that I have to use for my business. I hate that it takes so much of my time sometimes because we are strapped for time. But as a byproduct of us being business owners being strapped for time, we sometimes don't have the available resources, being time, to spend doing things that really will benefit our business. So the goal of my podcast is to try to bring some of those ideas to the forefront of your knowledge or the forefront of your brain so you can actively think about them regardless if you've thought about them before and discounted them and meant to get back to them but forgot about it because, well, it happens. So I hope you found value, and I really appreciate your time because I know it's valuable. I'll catch you on the next episode.